Case file number 001, the tender that looked complete. A company was preparing one of the most important tender submissions in its recent history. Weeks of work had gone into it. Every requirement was carefully addressed. Facilities, equipment, operations, staffing, safety, compliance, pricing, track record. On paper, it looked complete. Then someone asked a question that wasn't in the tender document. Why should they trust us? Not, can we do the job? Everyone bidding could probably do the job. The real question was, why should they choose us? That changed the entire dynamic of the conversation. The team realized they had spent weeks describing what they could deliver, but very little time demonstrating why they were the organization a buyer could trust. Could they prove they reduced risk? Could they show consistent service performance? Could they demonstrate stakeholder confidence? Could they explain how their reputation created value beyond the technical specification? Those answers weren't easy to assemble, not because they didn't exist, but because they had never been deliberately collected. By then, the submission deadline was approaching. There wasn't enough time to conduct a comprehensive brand evaluation. And that raised an interesting question, not about the tender, but about the business. What if this organization had started preparing long before the tender was released? What if trust had been measured, instead of assumed? What if stakeholder confidence had been evaluated, instead of described? What if evidence of reliability had already been sitting on the shelf, waiting to be included? There is an international standard designed to help organizations do exactly that. ISO 20671. Not as a marketing exercise, not as another certificate to frame on the wall, but as a structured way of understanding, measuring, and evaluating the strength of a brand through evidence. Because when the time comes to compete, you shouldn't be scrambling to prove trust. You should already have the evidence. So here's the real question, not, what if they'd written a better tender? But, what if they'd built a stronger brand long before the tender ever arrived? What if that were you?